Sound familiar? Well, I'm sure it does. That's because the chord progression is the famous 12-bar blues, and the rhythmic feel is the very popular shuffle. Put both those elements together, and you end up with a piano arrangement you can use to accompany all these songs and lots of others. For example, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Or, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. And so forth. So this is what you're going to learn to play today. And because the magic of this style comes from the way the two hands alternate, it's probably a lot easier to play than you think. Now, before we go into our step-by-step lesson, let's take a look at the entire progression. Okay, now we go back to the beginning. So we start with the C chord with the left hand pinky 2 octaves below middle C. We play one chord tone after another. Now I'm also adding to the normal root 3rd and 5th the 6th. Look at the fingering that I use too. So practice playing this left-hand pattern now. Here's what my technique looks like from the side. The right hand, meanwhile, plays the C chord in second inversion as a block chord, meaning the 3 notes are played at the same time. Now, alternate between the left hand and the right hand like this. Left, right. Left, right, left, right. Notice how when the left wrist drops, the right wrist rises, and vice versa. So it's beginning to sound like what we're looking for here, but clearly something's missing. And that, of course, is the rhythm. What you need to learn here is the difference between playing this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this. 1, but 2, but 3, but 4, but. In the first example, which we call straight eighth notes, we're dividing the beats in half. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the second, we're dividing the beats up into long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, and so on. Or you can count it as 1, but 2, but 3, but 4, but. We call this shuffle rhythm or swing. They don't mean exactly the same thing, but pretty close. So once again, straight eighths, 1 and 2 and 3 and shuffle or swing rhythm, 1, but 2, but 3, but 4, but. Now you might be able to play this rhythm simply by feeling it, but there's a good chance that you'll need to break it down and count it out. And here's how you do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So practice it this way, and after a while, you'll find that you're getting the feel for it, and you can simply count 1, but 2, but 3, but, and so forth. In part 2 of this lesson, we'll get to the rest of the chord progression, and I'll give you some ways to add variety to what you're doing. I'll also show you how to give your playing that honest-to-goodness rock feel.